What if there's a tool that helps you eliminate distractions and detractors from your life? A tool that helps you achieve your maximum potential, not just in your work, but also in your home, personal life. One that helps you eliminate obstacles and blockages that prevents you from achieving the success that you deserve. A tool that finally puts you back at the seat of control of your life. This tool is Feng Shui. Hi, I'm Joey Yam. I'm the founder of the Master Academy of Chinese Metaphysics and author of 172 books on subjects like Feng Shui, Chinese astrology, and Qimeng Dunjia. Every year, I speak to more than 50,000 people around the world, transforming their lives through the art of Feng Shui. I'm also the chief consultant to many of the world's most iconic buildings in Australia, in the UK, in Singapore, in Malaysia, and in Vietnam. I run a high-growth, multi-million-dollar consulting business, consulting in subjects like Feng Shui and Chinese astrology. And today, I'm going to share with you some Feng Shui techniques that I use for my high-profile clients to help you master the environment and master your life. Hey guys, welcome to video 2 in our Feng Shui training series. Now, before you watch any further, if you have not already watched video 1, see the link right now, click on this and go watch video 1. And also, remember, to follow this lesson completely and to understand it fully, you need to download the notes. You see the link that is on your screen right now, above or below in the comment section. Click on this, follow through, print your notes, and enjoy lesson 2.
I want to tell all of you, that even though I'm tall and big, in the inside, I was small and insecure for many years. And I studied destiny because I wanted to understand my life. My whole life, I've not had the easiest of childhoods and things. And so I studied many things from religion, psychology, philosophy. And I came across Feng Shui actually in 1995. And I fell in love with Chinese metaphysics because of the heaven, earth, and man concept, because for the first time, it was not just analysis of your fate, it was you could do things as well. So I learned many formulas, I studied with many teachers, but I didn't learn application. But I wasn't sure. I had paid a lot of money with another Chinese master and I didn't get the value. So I was like, is it
Not all
worth?
Chinese are like that.
No.
Yeah.
So I came to the class in San Francisco to check you out.
Oh, to check me out, all right, cool.
And you said to me, actually the first thing that changed my life is you said to me, you have to come to Kuala Lumpur because I can show you how to see forms. And that actually changed my life. So I actually, after the San Francisco class, I had to go home and ask a client of mine for $10,000 to come to Kuala Lumpur.
Wow.
And I said, I was so felt in my heart this was the right thing to do. And I came to Kuala Lumpur and I said, I'm going to go study Feng Shui.
Is that the first time coming all the way?
Yeah. And I said, I'm going to come to Kuala Lumpur and study Feng Shui. And what I learned, he was a developer, I'll do to help you. And I have never since that class had to borrow money again.
Wow.
Woo. Ever since those classes, my income every year has gone up 30%, and last year was 66%.
Woo.
So, yeah. So over the last 10 years that I've known you, my income has in total quadrupled.
Wow.
Yeah, and my life has totally changed.
There are 5 prosperity blocks in Feng Shui that obviously prevents you from attaining the wealth or wealth capacity that you want to achieve in your life. The first blockage is a blockage in terms of direction. The second blockage is a direction in terms of change. The third, it's about courage. The fourth, it's about energy. And the fifth is a blockage in terms of intuition. Now, let's talk about the first one, blockage in terms of direction. You see, a lot of people don't achieve prosperity or wealth in their life. It is because they don't know what they want or they don't know what is possible. Often, people are disconnected with their inner self. They have lost sight of who they are and why they are here. Oftentimes, when these people live in homes where there are misalignment, they often categorize people to those that are lucky or unlucky, and they identify themselves with the latter, not knowing that it's actually very easy to rectify the energy blocks. Now, when you live in a house that is misaligned with your own individual chi vibration, it's like living with a cloud of bad energy around you. And this keeps us stuck in the shadow of doubt and confusion on a consistent basis. Without removing this negative chi from your living space, you will not be able to see where you want to go or where you want to take your life. The road that will get you to your dreams will not materialize. Therefore, you need to align the energies of your home. The right home feng shui can energize you and create a vision for a better future. Each home can be fine-tuned to help you awaken your talents and the gifts that are only unique to you. In time, as you allow the feng shui to take process, the energy will help you successfully achieve your life goals bit by bit in every aspect of your life. Now, if you follow through with the feng shui, all you have to do is align to the energies of your environment. Bit by bit, your life will begin to change for the better. And soon you realize that the road to prosperity will begin to take place clearly for you. It is possible for you to change your life with feng shui. The second blockage is the blockage of change. No goals can be achieved in your life if there are no changes in your life. The problems with people in general is there's a tendency to resist change. Here's the thing, change is a choice, and if we want to invite prosperity in our lives, we have to be receptive to change. Now, there are only really two changes that one could make in their life. The first change is a change to the self, and that means an attitude change or a character change or personality change or a behavioral change. Often, this type of change can be regarded as difficult, and people most resist this type of change. And the second type of change is the change to your environment, because your environment has a direct impact on your destiny. Positive changes in our environment is vital into attracting prosperity into our lives. Now, I want you to imagine yourself as a vessel of qi, one that can be filled to the capacity through positive feng shui alignment. And as you change various aspects of your home, you can evolve and this vessel of yours start to expand, and allowing more goodness, more positivity, more energy and prosperity to fill into this vessel and thereby changing your life. Positive changes in the form of mentality, spirituality, happiness, and financial well-being can take place if you change your environment. Therefore, the biggest change that you need to do is to prepare the change of your environment to receive prosperity into your life. And there's a technique for it, and that technique is called feng shui. Unless we mindfully make changes in our inner and outer environment, the so-called old environment that you're living in right now will create the same old for you, preventing you from reaching your maximum capacity. If you're feeling stuck right now, change your environment, change your life. Now, one of the reasons why we feel stuck, it is because the current environment that you're living in right now is already at its maximum capacity. Therefore, it cannot entertain any ideas or possibility for you to transform your life. So unless you modify your current environment and get it ready to receive the prosperity for you to excel, you will not be able to upgrade your life and make room for wealth to come into your destiny. The third blockage is the blockage of courage. One of the biggest obstacles that prevents us from becoming who we can truly become in our lives, the greatest success that we want in our lives, is fear. Fear prevents us from achieving all that we can achieve. Like doubt and confusion, it keeps us stuck in the same old place all the time. Not being able to start our businesses that we want to start off or dream of, preventing us from taking chances to start a new career, starting a new joint venture, or even investing, or even doing the things that we dream of doing, is all because of fear. Fear keeps us in our place and probably keeps us small. And fear is nothing more than an emotional energy that is usually experienced by referencing something that could happen in the future. And in Feng Shui terminology, we call this a negative impact to the later heaven Bagua. And if we don't arrest this negative chi from spreading in our home, it will stop us from achieving maximum growth in our work or personal life. And the only antidote to fear is courage. Therefore, we have to understand the yin and yang influences in our home. Once we align the energies of our home and ourselves, we will achieve the courage and confidence to tackle all life's problems. And the fourth blockage is the blockage of energy. You know, everything that we want to achieve in life, be it in terms of our career or wealth or relationships or health especially, it's about energy flow. If we want to create the wealth and career or business, we have to give parts of our energy in exchange for the wealth and or the financial rewards. When we want to be in love and we want to love somebody, it also requires a form of our energy in exchange for that connection and intimacy with somebody. And of course, for health purposes, if our energy level is low, we're going to attract all sorts of illness to our lives. So how do we achieve this energy? By having better and restful sleep. Now, if we are not aligned to the positive energies of our home, we will not get better sleep. And without better sleep, we don't have peace of mind. And that itself will lower your energy fields. You will not be able to attract prosperity into your life. You can't attract happiness into your life, and you constantly get sick. And the fifth prosperity blockage, which I think is probably the most important of these five, is a blockage to your intuition. Now, the study of Chinese metaphysics recognizes that every individual is born with spiritual and intuitive abilities. And anyone can learn how to activate these special intuitive or spiritual abilities if we would just align themselves to the natural forces of Mother Nature. And so with the proper alignment between the home and the individual, it can awaken your spiritual and psychic abilities, and you can function at a highly intuitive and spiritually guided level. And the method is pretty simple. All you need to do is learn how to fine-tune your home to the natural energies of the environment, tune up your gut feeling for a happier, more fulfilling, successful, and more enlightened life. So now you know the five main prosperity blocks that prevent you from achieving the wealth or success that you deserve in your life. Now, we've talked about the four factors that influence the chi flow of your home: the environment, the building, the people, and time. And we've talked about how you can download your chart and learn about your personal chi directions in your home. We've talked about two of them. Let's continue with the other six. And I'll show you exactly how you can align your own energy to the vibration of your home to achieve the prosperity that you want. Come.
Using the Feng Shui actually has been very transforming using the systems on myself. Here I'm doing Feng Shui and architecture. I'm now doing very nice large projects, meeting very interesting people. Well, it really changed my life.
Well, it is a huge investment, but if you apply it to your life, you'll get your investment back, and it's worth the investment, because if you apply it to your career or whatever business you're in, it will pay off. It's a very good investment because the return is great.
So basically, I'm here because I want to understand how Feng Shui can actually affect the house and the people inside, and how I can actually help myself as well as my husband to see if we can improve in terms of wealth, and also to make sure that everything is in perfect order, basically for the whole family. Dato has really helped us to simplify a lot of the formulas which probably we wouldn't be able to unless he had his help, and he made it very practical as well, as to right now what is really important for this era and not what we used to know back then.
So let's talk about the application of Feng Shui. Now, we know that Feng Shui involves four important criteria. The first is about the environment, then the second one is about the building as the container of Qi, and then we have the people and time. Remember these four factors? Well, we're going to focus on the people. That means we're going to focus on you. Now, every individual has his or her own personalized Feng Shui destiny chart. Now, to get your chart, you got to go to this link that you see on your screen right now or above and below on the comment section. Well, click on this. Remember, go in there, key in your date and time of birth, and plot your Feng Shui destiny chart. Now, on it, there are many pieces of information. The most important one is these 8 sectors. Now, these 8 sectors are based on your date and time of birth, of course. It tells you the 8 specific directions known as the Bagua based on your birth data. So which means this corresponds to 8 different areas of your home, any home or any office that you occupy and use, and what each sector's energies are related to you. Okay, so we've talked about this in our first lesson, which is the Feng Shui Destiny Palace or the Feng Shui Life Palace. That palace corresponds to your personal life gua. This palace here talks about your capacity to create, your capacity to add value, your capacity to earn and to create a business and to impact lives. Now, If you look at it in the layman's term, it just says wealth palace. But in reality, it talks about your ability to add value to other people's lives, to make a difference, to become different, to be able to create. That's why I call this the creation palace. Wherever this is, in your home or in your office, it governs the energies that inspire you to create and to add value. That's why it's called the Wealth Palace. Now, what about the other 6? Well, let's talk about these today. So this sector here is traditionally called the Yen Nian sector. Now, what is this to us? It's called the social charisma sector. Wherever this is in your home or in your office, it represents your ability to connect with other people. So this star by traditional books is known as the secondary wealth star. What it really can do for a person is it governs one's social ability to connect, to collaborate with other people. In other words, it's the star of networking. Think about it this way. Everything that you want in your life or anything that you want in your life involves the help of other people. And so the people with better communication skills, connectivity, collaboration ability, adaptability to others are those that become winners. So this sector here in your home, or this area in your home, or this zone in your home and or your office governs your ability to connect. So when we are studying the Feng Shui of any property, this is one of those areas that we look at and we study both internally and externally. And the other sector here, it's known as the Tianyi, or sometimes it's called the Heavenly Doctor. It's governed by the star Huge Door Star. That's the technical information. But what it really means, it governs your personal well-being and health energy. So your capacity for great health, for energy in the home, for ability to withstand illnesses, your stamina, your spirit to fight off chronic illness, all depends on this particular sector. So in some traditional books, this is known as a wealth sector. Well, think about it. Health is the greatest wealth, isn't it? Some people call this the asset sector because it's governed by the Huge Door Star. Well, of course, health is one of the greatest assets that anyone could actually have. Imagine having vibrant health at home, sleeping well, eating well. That itself is good prosperity to anyone. If this area is damaged by negative Feng Shui features from the external or the internal, it affects your ability to withstand illnesses and or heal yourself. Traditionally, these 4 are known as the 4 auspicious stars in your personal Feng Shui destiny chart. Now, of course, conversely, based on traditional classics, the other 4 is otherwise known as the negative stars. Now, is this true? Well, in the ancient days it is, because these are the 4 radical ones, those who don't conform, those who are different, and somewhat have a dangerous or outrageous characteristics. Okay? So of course, based on traditional books, which is very proper and a conforming society, having anything that is outrageous, like daring to be different and or non-conformity, those are considered to be negative. Now, of course, this is not how I see this type of Feng Shui is practiced today, and it's not how I use it personally in my own life too. These 4 so-called negative stars in your Feng Shui destiny chart can be used for a positive outcome if you understand their meaning, if you understand their capacity and strengths, and work along at the positive side of their energies. And you can actually create maximum impact for your career, your destiny, your relationships if you understand how to use them. And in fact, I use a lot of these so-called 4 negative sectors for my multi-million-dollar clients, because it's all this type of energies that actually create the differences in society and create that greatness for somebody. Okay, let me explain. So let's look at the first one. This is traditionally known as Ho Hai. It's governed by the star called the Reward Star. Now, this star here is an adventurous star. It's a person's biases towards adventure, certain experiences, and exploration. Now, of course, this in ancient society is not a good thing, all right? Because it means that if you do this, people will be against you, you have haters. Well, in some ways, if you dress different, you look different, you want to be different, and you have ideas that are different than other people, of course, there'll be some haters here and there. But who cares, right? Because this particular star here is about going out and exploring the world. So if you understand this particular sector, this zone, this area in your house, you could get radical ideas, you could get out-of-the-box thinking, you can have different experiences and different adventures in life. And particularly those who in sports or like outdoor activities, this particular sector here governs your success in that area. And so if you have family members, kids or friends who like to stay at home and don't like to go out of the house and every day just play video games on the phone, for example, maybe this particular sector for that person, based on his or her Feng Shui destiny chart, is affected in the home. You should check it out, diagnose it and see what's happening. Maybe you could clear the energy there, then the person will be more outgoing and more social. And the next sector here, traditionally, is called the 6 killings. Now, six killings or Liu Sha in Chinese is governed by the star literary arts. Now, based on traditional Feng Shui, this is known as a sector that brings about negative relationships and or betrayal. Is this really true? Based on my experience, it's not. This sector here governs one's likability, or otherwise known as peach blossom. Now, in the old days, in a very conservative society, having multiple relationships or too many people like you or as attracted to you is a bad thing. And today's society is very different. The more famous you are, the more likable you are, the more attention that you're getting, the more chances of success that you have. And a lot of people actually enjoy that. Think about this. Just look at your Facebook or Instagram or Twitter account, for example. Right? People are so concerned with their social influence in the market. This particular star here governs that aspect. It governs your reputation. So if we look at this clearly, if this area is damaged, if this area has negative chi on the external or the internal, it will affect your peach blossom and your likability, and of course you won't feel happy. But if this sector has got positive energy both internally and or externally, you get great social media influence, which is very important for a lot of people. And of course, it also governs how you feel about yourself, your actual appearance. Now take a look at this particular sector in your chart. It is known as life-threatening. It sounds bad, right? Now a lot of traditional Feng Shui masters look at this and say, oh, this is like the most important sector. If your house faces this direction or your bedroom is here, and if you're using this sector, there'll be a lot of disaster. There's going to be a lot of problems, and you will have calamities your whole life. Now take a look at the star here. The star is known as broken soldier. So is this true? Based on my 2 decades of consulting, this is absolutely not true. In fact, in my own house, I particularly enjoy using this particular sector. This star, broken soldier, governs leadership, your ability to influence other people and lead other people. Now, if you look at the context of this star, it's like a general, army general. That's why it's called life-threatening, because in old days, it goes out for war, it goes out to fight the battles, and of course, when you're fighting a battle, there are chances of getting killed, right? Now, just think about it this way. In society today, those who step up, daring to be different, daring to lead, daring to make a difference for other people, making a stand in society. When you stick your neck out, of course there'll be chances that people might beat you down. That's leadership. So there's nothing wrong with this particular style. It's just that the traditional view is too conservative. They think that sticking out and being different is a bad thing. Today, no. Being a leader actually means that daring to stand out and voicing your opinion. And of course, being an army general, this sector talks about being future focused, outcomes and results driven. So you think about this, of course it's under pressure if you activate this particular area, but then again, all great leaders have these characteristics. And finally, this sector, the technical term is called Five Ghosts or Wu Gui. It's governed by the star Chastity Star. Now, in a lot of Feng Shui books, this sector here is known as a negative sector because, well, Chastity Star for San Yuan Feng Shui, the classical Feng Shui school, tends to give it a bad name. Now, according to the old books, those who are influenced by this sector are those who are surrounded by petty people. They don't feel easy, they feel insecure, they felt that they could be sabotaged and or they might be betrayed. Now that is because they look at only the negative aspect of this star. This particular energy known as Chastity Star belongs to fire element. And because it's the fire element, it also governs one's mentality and spirituality. Now, of course, in a negative sense, if this section of your home is negative internally or externally or have negative chi, of course, that person will be a little bit more suspicious, a little bit more judgmental, a little bit more frustrated because, character-wise is unstable, okay? He or she might think that everyone is against him or her. But if you look at it carefully, if this sector is strong, it is stable with positive energy, that means your mentality, your spiritual awareness is high. If you want to train yourself to achieve spiritual attainment, this area in your home is very, very important. And in fact, there is one method in classical Feng Shui known as 5 Ghosts Carry Treasure. It's about being able to control the so-called negative energies, basically it's just fire energy, and turn it into a positive energy. Think about it this way, if you know how to use this sector in a positive way, you will attain spiritual wealth. And that's the true essence of abundance. When you have spiritual wealth, you have the capacity to see things in a more magnanimous way, you'll be more generous with your time and your personality and character, and in turn, you will attract a lot of abundance into your life, a lot of happiness. Then you will truly have wealth. You will have the wisdom, you will have the energy, and you have the capacity to generate value for anyone that you come in touch with. So this sector here, the 5 Ghost sector, is very, very important, especially in the fields of spiritual healing and or mind-body medicine. This is a very, very important sector. So there you go. These 8 areas of your home is known as your Feng Shui destiny chart. It's very important because it is based on your personal life guam. This is like a template. Every home and or office space that you go to, that you are using, you have to overlay this particular chart over the property. Okay, so this is just what each area means to you. Now, the next part is very important. That's lesson 3, where I will be talking about what are the contents of each zone or each sector for you. That's because every property that you move into, that you're using, your house, your office, every different direction, you will have different contents in each of this box for you. Think about it right now, that you have a template, okay? The 8 sectors. What is inside these 8 areas are like the attributes, the components, and it's different for every house or every office space that you use. So this is your personal Feng Shui chart based on your date and time of birth, and then this is your home. Your home has its own chart. So when you align both charts together, that's how you do Feng Shui alignment. This is what we will discuss in lesson 3.
I really see that myself transform. I mean, he's really good, you know, he give a lot of information. He's a really good motivational speaker that really inspire people, someone that I really respect.
I love the way he teaches, and I really enjoy the way he explains the most difficult things, very vivid and realistic manner. I have that feeling that he's really not holding anything back, so he's sharing everything with us students. That is really amazing.
There's just something that Joey knows that other people don't, that have worked for me personally. So ever since 2015, I've been trying to diligently follow Dr. Yap because he's brought me results.
So guys, I hope you enjoyed this lesson today. Now remember to follow the link that you see on your screen right now or above and below at the comment section. Click on this and go on and download your notes. Now, there are a lot of mini lessons that follow this particular lesson too here. Be sure to watch that. And remember, please leave a comment for me on the comment section that you see below. Now, I'm sure you have a lot of questions while studying and practicing Feng Shui. We have opened a special Feng Shui secret group on Facebook. Be sure to join that. It's also on the link. I'll be there in the group. My entire team is on the group. So please send us your questions in the group and we'll try to help you out here. Now, I want you to check your emails in the next couple of days because when video 3 is ready, I will send you a personal note informing you to go and watch it. And in video 3 is when I talk about your personal Feng Shui chart merging with your house Feng Shui chart and how you can apply it together at the same time. So it is a very, very important lesson. It will take your Feng Shui to a whole new level and more importantly, create the results that you want. I'll see you in the next video.